Ernest King is one of the most overrated American commanders in the Second World War. He served as Commander-in-Chief to the United States Fleet and Chief of Naval Operations during World War II. He was close with Roosevelt, didn't particularly like the British, and he let the U-boats have the second happy time. For much of 1942, King refused to take effective measures against U-boats not providing convoys, American sailors speaking in plain language, and lights from coastal towns still on at night. And this caused devastating effects to merchant shipping. And the Germans sunk over 588,000 tonnes of merchant shipping on the east coast of the United States between January and June 1942. However, King did eventually provide convoys in July 1942, but this was mainly due to the Admiralty and the US Army forcing King to do this in April 1942. And on top of that, between February and September 1942, just under 1 million tonnes of shipping was sunk in the Caribbean alone, and this led to a massive drop in US aircraft production. On top of that, King didn't like the British and made it difficult for the British to work with him, and often ignored the British advice. And on top of that, he lied to the British at the Casablanca conference, stating that 15% of the United States Navy resources would go into the Pacific theatre. However, in reality, it was around 50%, and he wasn't a massive fan of the Germany First policy as well. Additionally, in 1943, Britain got ships from the United States, but they couldn't man them enough, and King was complaining about this, so the British offered to give them back. But at the same time, the United States couldn't man these ships either, so he was just moaning for the sake of moaning. In December 1944, the communists revolted against the Greek government the Allies had installed, and King tried to stop getting supplies to the government in Athens. Of course, King did some extraordinary work with his interest in supply lines and maintaining supply lines, which was very important in the Pacific, overseeing the whole Pacific theatre with great success, and he was a massive champion of aviation in the US Navy. On top of that, he noticed the benefit of amphibious warfare, and of course, he picked some excellent commanders.